Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. We are coming to you from Northern California, and you have beauty care choices. I am Jennifer Coy, and today we are learning everything Goldwell. We have an amazing lead stylist, national artist from Goldwell is coming to us. He has been the lead contributor on a lot of artistic collaborations with Allure, Glamour, Cosmo, Elle. I'm so excited. He really honestly knows his stuff, and I'm glad they brought in the big guns from Goldwell because I am a Goldwell stylist and have known Goldwell for years. My first salon was a Goldwell exclusive salon, and I use Goldwell color myself. So I know the brand pretty well, but you know, the reason I do this is so we can learn, and I am so excited to learn something new about Goldwell because they have something new coming out and some new changes that always makes the beauty industry so fun, because for those of us that love to learn, there's always something changing and something new to learn in beauty. Allie's with me on comments today, and she is shaking it up, keeping us fresh here with a poll. So answer the poll if you're here live with us on your style needs, and we will get back to answer those questions later on in the show. We'll address the poll and kind of see who has the biggest needs, and then we'll talk more about it. So that's exciting. And Tobin will be helping us here with graphics. We have a lot of stuff to cover today with Goldwell. Goldwell is a really big brand. So I'm going to start the show right away, and let's just interview and introduce Stephen Picciano, our national artist from Goldwell. Welcome, Stephen.
Hello. How are you? Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
So you are normally out traveling the world and educating us salon owners and stylists, but also doing the photo shoots and artistic kind of a lead or design, futuristic designs. You help collaborate and design kind of where we're going in the industry. So I think that's such a cool job.
Thank you. I love it. I've been on the national show team for the U.S. for about 7 years now. So I've been to almost every city in the country and been on stage in front of a cumulative thousands of people, which is unbelievable. And it's just, amazing experience. It's what a great thing to do, to share and do what I love.
Well, I did a little research on you just so I could get to know you a little bit, because it is our first time meeting here, and you are a talented man. I watched some of your interviews with Modern Salon. You've been around the world, and your hairdressing talent speaks for itself. I love how you break the rules and you add in new tips and tricks. So I so look forward to learning something. Why choose Goldwell, and why did you choose Goldwell to share your talents with?
Sure. So, well, I was introduced to Goldwell 15 years ago in beauty school. And I was so inspired by a brand's full-time educator that I asked him on his last day with us, like, how do I become you? How do I project my path to do this? And from that, Goldwell took me in, and I auditioned to be a local artist, moving on to national artist. I worked as traveling support, so I got to work with some of the most talented artists in the industry. And then it was my turn. And it's been about 4.5 years or so on the national team in this position. And Goldwell has always been a brand that's about three things: technology, education, and support. So there's brilliant technology in all of our products, in our color, in our styling products, in our finishing products. There's incredible things. Like, for example, Micro Protect is in all of the Dualsenses products. And what that does is it helps the hair.
Sorry, we froze up just for a minute.
Sorry.
In the Dualsenses products, they all contain what product? Or what ingredient you were talking about?
Micro Protect, which what it does is it allows the product to distribute evenly and quickly across the hair surface, which is just a simple, really cool thing that helps just get the results quickly.
I love the technology. So Goldwell is a chemistry company. They actually manufacture, and create their own brands. Goldwell was started in 1920 by Hans Erik Dotter, and he had the focus on hairdressers as business partners. And I love this about Goldwell, that they have stayed true all the way through, changing ownerships. It was always very important that this philosophy stayed the same. Their first product in 1948 was a cold perm, which is fascinating. And then finally we got a permanent hair color. Oh, I love this too. They came out with the first shampoo dispensing system, a pump. In 1956. I love all these random facts, but it just honestly, I really wanted to kind of touch on the history of Goldwell because it is a salon staple. And if you're a stylist, either just getting into the industry or maybe wanting to open your first salon or whatever, Goldwell is such a great partner for support, for comprehensive everything you need in the salon. So you're coming to us from Long Island, and you own your own salon, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you use all Goldwell?
Yes, we are exclusively Goldwell and Carousel. So there's nothing not from our portfolio that I can't do for any client.
Let's say hi to Lisa, Joe, David, Laura, Mache, loves Goldwell. Tobin, show us the big collage for Goldwell. So he talks about, Stephen just talked about Carousel over here. And then we've also got Lumen products and the soft color, which is a huge seller for us. That we're going to bring you back and talk a whole nother show on Carousel and Lumen. Lumen is their support system for vivid colors and the direct deposit amazing colors that they've come out with. But the products towards Steven's side, except for his little Carousel product over there. But this is a good random collage of Goldwell. We're going to be talking all things StyleSign and all things Dualsenses today. So what is your favorite line, or what is your most prescribed Dualsenses regimen in your salon?
Well, I think the beauty of Dualsenses and StyleSign is that each client generally has a prescription based on their individual needs or their style choices. So I tend to pull, say we have a blonde whose ends need a little bit more care. I'll do Rich Repair shampoo. Let's say they really don't want to use conditioner, but they should. The Ultra Volume conditioner is super light, so I'll pair those two together. So they're getting repair and condition without the weight. And then we'll go into a styling product and then a finishing product. So a styling product would be what you put on your hair before you blow dry in order to achieve your style. And then your finishing product, how you lock it in or how you enhance it to make it exactly what you want.
That's awesome. So let's learn first about Rich Repair. Rich Repair, I think, is probably, you bring it up, and maybe because I focus on a lot of blondes, but Rich Repair probably has to be one of my favorite segments in the Dualsenses brand. You find that also we have the hero product of the 6 Effects Serum, which you can't live without.
No, I think.
Give us a rundown of these Rich Repairs.
So Rich Repair has intralipids inside it. So the proteins that hair is lacking. Intralipids, yes. The proteins that the hair lacks when we do things like lighten and diffuse pigment, sometimes we compromise the structure a little bit. This can actually help to repair it.
Repair damage.
Yes, exactly. Repairing damage. So although rich is in the title, I don't want that to come off as heavy. I find Rich Repair to be the most nourishing, but good for every texture line that we have. And the hero product of the 6 Effects Serum is special because it does 6 different things in one product and has a touchable, manageable feel that automatically improves your client's experience with their own hair. I find in the salon we didn't sell enough of it for a while, and I was like, this is an incredible product. And now
it absolutely is. I love this even as just a super smooth cutting lotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just right after the shampoo bowl, somewhat of a leave-in. Like you said, it does at least 6 effects to the hair. Good for fine hair, all textures, and just gives a little bit of slip as you're running your brush through so it doesn't grab that tangle or anything like that.
And one of my favorite things for it is that clients always ask, what do I put in my hair before I go to the beach? This is the perfect thing to put in your hair wet, put it back into a bun. Your hair is completely protected. You're conditioning it throughout the day. If you do get it wet, that little bit of salt will kind of rinse it off, but give you this beautiful, soft, beachy texture for the end of the day when you end up, doing your post-beach activities. It's just a great, really useful product that everyone should have under their sink. There's no one could not have Rich Repair 6 Effects Serum.
And so, great point. I already learned something. Rich repair does kind of allude to the fact that it might be really rich, meaning heavy, and it's not. It's rich, meaning nourishing. So even fine girls can use rich repair if you've got some sort of blonde highlighting, perm, chemical damage that you want to just re-strengthen and nourish your hair, right?
Yep, for super fine hair, you just suggest that they keep it off the scalp and go from about the ears down, just like you would with conditioner, but pre-blow dry.
This smells so good too, the 6 Effects serum. What a great smell. And I love that little tip. Go to the beach, leave with wet hair. Why not, right? You just jump out of the shower, you have wet hair, run it through, put your hair in a bun and let it kind of dry at the beach and then take it out. You got that great day to night look, right? You can go straight from the beach out to have drinks and cocktails afterwards.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that's kind of the first start. We kind of got to get through the regimen so then we can talk about cross prescribing for specific needs. So let's just go into our straight up color and color extra rich. So we need to definitely discuss the color. I have color on my side and you have color rich on your side. Can you tell us what the difference is between those?
The difference between those is the targeted client. So color is for anyone. Extra rich is for coarse, thick, needs a little bit more condition, hair that tends to frizz, that wants to wear it smooth. Anytime someone's going to need that little bit of extra, like if you build extra time for their haircut service, or you know you need extra time for your blow dry, you're an extra rich client. Mm-hmm. If everything is pretty standard, then color is the way to go. Both are fantastic, but you'll notice extra rich has 6 effects and color has a leave-in, like a leave-in serum spray. So the serum spray for lighter hair and then the extra 6 effects, for heavier.
So what a great way to segue and understand that the rich word can get a little bit confusing, where in this line, in the color line, honestly, it is about texture and about density of your hair. If it's extra dry, if it's extra thick, if it's a little bit extra, you need extra.
Right. Extra.
And then obviously the color in general, if your hair is just kind of normal, and you don't really need extra moisture or repair or anything, color is your go-to product.
Yeah, so these have fade stop technology in them. So what that does is it prevents fadage to the maximum effect. So you'll notice with a normal shampoo, if you're a vibrant red, your foam will be red. With these, it will not, because the fade stop keeps those direct dyes on the surface and prevents fadage from inside the hair.
And Goldwell is a color company. So I always like to go back to that. When your chemists are actually creating the color and creating the molecules that lift the hair and the developers and how they all work together, then they create a shampoo to support that. You're obviously going to get maximum benefits off of that one type of regimen where you have the same thought and chemistry working together to make it perform, right?
Absolutely. But another key benefit of the color care conditioners and shampoos is that they have a product in it called Lumenocine, which this is really cool. What it does is it transforms UV light that would be non-reflective into reflective UV light. Oh. So it builds that brilliance and that explosion of shine coming out of the hair. So even if you don't color your hair and you feel like it's dull, this is the perfect thing to add on top. You can use the color shampoo or rich repair, blonde and highlights. They'll all have that Lumenocine in them. So they really make your hair brilliantly shine.
I love that. And I know too, a lot of people, even if you don't color your hair, the sun and the elements a lot of times can even dull and fade out your own hair color. So just by using these color supported shampoos with those amazing ingredients, you can bring that shine back to even your natural color. So that's a great point there, that it's not just for color treated clients. You can use color shampoo just to bring back your own shine and bring the vibrance back to your own natural hair color.
100%.
We're going to jump into the next segment is the Just Smooth line with the Quiqui nuts. We have the Quiqui nut to support the smoothing of the hair shaft. Tell us about the Just Smooth line, and I know there's so many cool products in this segment.
Yeah, so for me, Just Smooth is the go-to line for anyone who would normally be flat ironing their hair. For anyone who wants to see sleek, reduction of frizz, wants to see shine, what the Queen Nut actually does is it enhances the brilliance and it fills in any missing spaces in the hair so that it can be smooth, less tangled, and more manageable. Hip pocket information from me to you, Just Smooth is the only product I would say that can be heavy, but that's its point.
Yeah.
Right? So for fine hair, I don't know that I would suggest Just Smooth shampoo conditioner. Maybe I would give them the Brilliance Oil as a styling product that they can blow dry in. But for clients that want to wear their hair natural, that have a little bit of frizz, or deciding whether or not they want to do a smoothing treatment, this is the first range to check. And then if that's not enough, then we continue with their smoothing, with their Carousel smoothing treatment.
With more of a heavy chemical smoother for frizz shafts. But anyone that does have some sort of texture in their hair and you're tired of flat iron every day, you just want that smooth shine texture and maybe don't want to have to use hot tools and everything also to do it, this is a great start as well. But then you combine it with the hot tools and it just goes amazing. So a lot of flexibility here if you want to achieve smoothness, or if you just have really kind of straight hair but not the texture that you want and you'd like that smooth out. I know you love the taming oil in the smoothing, Just Smooth. That's an amazing after product. Maybe just like you said, one hero product in this to just stop your frizz without using the whole regimen.
Yep. And even with the taming oil, I find it to be the perfect finish, or for clients or people who don't wash their hair every day. I think if you're using dry shampoo on your scalp, this is the dry conditioner for your ends. It's got a fantastic fragrance. What I like to do is use it on my hands like lotion all through, even in between the fingers, because then what you can do is gather your hair up on top of your head, twist it, and then just let it kind of spin out, and it gives you the shine in the right places. It gives you almost an unkempt kind of just sexier feel to it, and you can go ahead and scrunch that in. Yeah, just like that. It's just a great product. You can blow dry it in wet hair. You can put it on dry hair. There are really no limits to what you can do with it.
It smells so amazing. I don't know if that's the Queen Nut or not. These are the little Queen Nuts on the sides. They look like little macadamias, but what a fun nut. I've never heard of a Queen Nut, and I'm kind of a nut. So, I'm a connoisseur of nuts, I'll say. I guess I am a nut too, but yeah. Love this Just Smooth line. It is amazing. Let's move on to one that looks similar, but it's different, way different. Blondes and Highlights. Blondes and Highlights, another more segmented division that's for a purpose. What do we prescribe Blondes and Highlights for?
So this falls into the color category as well. So it's going to have the Micro Protect, the Fade Stop technology, as well as the Lumenocine. But what this has that's special is blonde or yellow neutralizing dye stuffs. So compared to another purple shampoo, let's say from a different brand, you would see overtoning. You would see a dull, lackluster color if used too often. This stops at neutral. So the worst case scenario is you skip a day, but it will never make your hair look dull. Right. You know, it's super great for maintaining blondes. That serum spray is a godsend for ultralight blondes who heat style, who are in the sun a lot. Blonde and Highlights is really the best to keep things neutral.
Blonde and Highlights truly is one of the only shampoos on the market that I know that you can maintain, like you said, maintain your blondes without having to worry about going any kind of weird, either a grayish or purplish or whatever. It honestly does just stop at neutral to get you that bam beige blonde that you're just, perfect. So if this is one that people are hesitant or they want their purple shampoo to be their daily shampoo, this is a great one to try. We have, what's the difference between, I have a question coming in. What's the difference between the anti-yellow blonde and the Highlights and the silver?
So silver blonde is just for that. It's for that more silver canvas. So a natural gray or an icy blonde. If your hair is toned like in a pearl direction, silver is great to maintain that silver. as well as for natural silver canvases, whereas Blonde and Highlights is for your levels 8 through 10 blondes that seek blonde.
Right.
You know, ice white, silver. Blonde and Highlights for blonde.
Absolutely. And so the silver is going for that white color, not
Sure.
a beige blonde, where your anti-yellows are just toning down those yellow tones for a great beige blonde. They're not trying to go to that silver white tone, right?
Yeah, if you're maintaining, Elsa white, that would be silver.
Elsa White, I love you know Elsa White. Look at you. Thanks for the question, you guys. That was a great question. Hi, Angelica. Thanks for joining us. Angelica Cantor. Do you know Angelica? She's a staple in the industry.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for joining us. So great question we had. So I guess the next one, I want to save curly twists for the last, because we're going to talk about some transitions in that brand. So for this one, I just want to quickly mention, because it's one of my favorite men's shampoo. So I just want to grab that Dualsenses does have a man's segment. And we love the smell of these. And I actually happen to be a huge fan of the Power Gel for men. I don't know if Goldwell, yeah. That's your product too, right?
It's a bestseller in the salon. It's an absolute bestseller.
So yeah, the men's thickening or the men's hair and body, either way, you're gonna smell amazing. Trust me, they really are great smelling products.
Well, and these products have guarana caffeine in them, which is a caffeine that comes from Brazil that's even stronger than the average cup of coffee caffeine. And what that does is it helps to stimulate the scalp and the hair follicle, and also plump out the hair, so it feels thicker and stronger.
Very cool. Through caffeine, even. That's neat.
Yeah.
Learn something again.
It's a good stimulant, as we all know, but this one's like hyper stimulant. Yeah.
Kidding. Don't drink it. Don't try that at home. So then our last one is the curly twist. And this is such a huge popular category right now, because curly twist, tell us where we're going with curly twist.
Yeah, so curly twist was originally designed for our curly client or the desiring to be curly straight hair. So we found that wasn't really transitioning well into a retail space where curly twist was for curls only. And truth of the matter is, curly twist is amazing for people who want more body, more wave, who plan to curl their hair with a hot tool or a dry set. Curly twist is a super versatile product. I actually use curly twist in my own pin straight hair, just because it gives me there's milk protein in that. So what that does is it helps to create elasticity and bounce. And it just makes my hair actually bend. Like, my hair has a bending point about here. So
you're straight, huh?
Yeah, straight.
Yeah.
Like, not a movement at all. And the smell is fantastic. And so we're transitioning this into curls and waves, as you can see there. So
that's what our graphic is showing you. On my side is the packaging that's old. It is going out. On Steven's side is the packaging that it's coming to. So all of your curly twist products are migrating over to the Curls and Waves brand. And that is because we're broadening the scope of what curly twists can be used for, in at least more the public perception of, you don't have to have curly hair to get some benefits from this brand. So I'm one that I truly can go curls and waves, or I can go just smooth, because I've got that weird curl pattern back here that I need curls and waves to bring that up to the front and enhance the curls in the front to give me a balanced look, or I need to use just smooth back here to smooth out that natural curl and give that even consistency of the texture in my hair. And I think a lot of us have that, where we're a little bit uneven, where we've got some curl here and some straightness here. And so that's where you talk about using these products for your desired style, as well as what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and for example, with the situation you were just speaking to, maybe just smooth shampoo and conditioner is the way to go, but curls and waves are your styling products.
Get the frizz out, but I can still get the wave back.
Yeah, exactly.
Never thought of that.
And there's also heat protection and all that we'll talk about. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's really unlimited possibilities with, I'm not a great mathematician, but if you did the, I don't even know what it's called, but if you measured all the possibilities you could have, there are probably thousands and thousands and thousands of different combinations that would suit any need.
Any desire, any need, yeah, we have the probability and the statistics on it of I need to achieve this and this and this and this. But I think honestly, how I always try and help people, because it does get confusing and overwhelming, is you kind of choose your shampoo for your top need, you know, of what you need. Do you need moisture? Do you need volume? Do you need nourishment? Do you need frizz reduction? And then your conditioner is kind of like your secondary need, you know, of like kind of we have something. For me, sometimes it's volume, sometimes it's moisture. If I just highlighted my hair, sometimes it's nourishment. So where my needs go is kind of where my shampoo, conditioner regimens fall. And then my styling products kind of go towards what I'm looking for in the day, you know, kind of the style that I'm trying to achieve. I don't know if all hairdressers kind of go that route, but that's my regimen or how to prescribe.
I think it's very smart. That's great.
So I did skip one because I had it last on my list. So creature of habit here, going down the habit. So we kind of talked about curly twists, transitioning from curls to waves. I know we've got some other hero products in the curly twist line. You love the surf oil product. And then you said we kind of had something new coming out. That you wanted to talk about and just give a little bit of a tease plug, because we always like to just announce new things on the show. Gives people a reason to watch. You heard it here first. What's the cool new curls and waves product coming out that you've had a chance to play with?
I have it here. I'll send it to you. Okay. We do have a new product called Curls and Waves Soft Waiver. So that looks like this.
Ooh.
So what Soft Waiver is a super lightweight cream.
Ooh, higher. Perfect.
Oh, there we go. So super soft, really easy to use. It goes, any hair texture will benefit from it. I think this is a great product for bouncy blow dries, for fine curls. I have a lot of curly clients. You know, in Long Island, we have a lot of textured hair. And there's that fine textured hair that is beautifully curly, but gets frizzy when the wind blows. And then they struggle with too crunchy versus too heavy versus too oily. Soft Waiver is the best product for that specific situation, and crosses into your blow drying. I've been using it on all of the ends of all of my bouncy blowouts, and it just gives such a beautiful, the brush has great glidability. It's a wonderful product.
I honestly really enjoyed watching the videos of you working in action, and I can tell how you apply products too, because I'm the same way. I rub it in your hand almost like a lotion, but you really do get your whole hand involved in styling. And I think people at home might miss that as you're running your fingers through your hair, the product can come from the back of your hand, in between your fingers, and it really allows for a great even dispersion, so you don't end up with, you know, kind of like squirt it here and try and spread it. You know, you kind of disperse it through your hands to get it all through, right?
Yeah, well, a general rule of thumb I always say is if there's a puddle in your hand, there will be a puddle in your hair.
Oh, golden. Love it. That's awesome. Hi, Brad. Hi, Gonzo. Hi, Karen. So our poll leader, and how perfect is this? It led up to exactly the segment in Dualsenses I forgot. Our top category, what everybody's waiting to learn about, volume.
Yes, ultra volume. Ultra volume contains rice protein. So what that does is it strengthens and fortifies the hair for a visible and touchable is the key word, because it's not super sticky, but you get durable volume. Great product for clients that were people who blow dry once and leave for a few days. Excellent for fine hair. It actually makes it feel and look thicker. The blow dry leave-in spray is a great soft volumizer. Which is actually really cool because it helps you to bring body and life into the hair without the collapse that will happen if, like, you know, when you go into humidity with a strong mousse in your hair, it kind of gets murky and falls flat. And then you have stiff, like, flat hair. You know, this kind of won't allow for that
You
to
look
happen.
like you need to shampoo all over again.
Yeah, I start. Yeah, so Ultra Volume is a fantastic product. The conditioner is super light, a gel cream consistency. So if you're someone who likes to feel super, super soft ends, I would recommend something a little heavier. If you're someone who's like, I don't use conditioner, this is what you should seal your ends with before your heat styling.
And explain that, like somebody that just does not like conditioner. And it is, I mean, to me, I don't like to divide in genders, but to me it is a lot of times men that are trying to like skate through their shower fast and they just are anti-conditioner. I love this product for men also because it does, it smells, it's got a good smell that's kind of just like a neutral smell, and it does seal you down without having a lot of weight on you.
Yeah, I think it definitely, men are always looking to be I personally, as a man, I don't condition my hair, but that's because it's so straight and flat. But
you probably need the Ultra Volume conditioner.
I do. We need a hair and body shampoo and body just because
one stop fits all.
Just rub what you can and you get out.
Right.
But especially for men that have a little bit of wave to their hair or that do get frizzy, guys who use a lot of gel or styling product, conditioner is a great thing, and this is the perfect one.
I think men in some ways also sweat a little bit more, and they feel like the conditioners in their hair kind of make them end up looking oily by the end of the day. And so that's another way I prescribe. Any men that say they have oily skin typically have oily scalp, and then the Ultra Volume is great to prescribe to anybody with, oil control problems as well, I find. Is soft Waiver good for beards?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I would stick with more of like the taming oil for a beard because your beard needs a little bit more control. Beards are very wiry, but if you have super fine, soft facial hair, it would be great.
That question came from Chris, who has this like Santa Claus amazing beard, but he's probably looking at yours going, hey, this guy might know, right?
I would use taming oil for a beard that's long and lustrous. But soft Waiver is a great product for maybe the hair on your face, but taming oil in through what hangs, because that hair's been there for a long time if it's that long, so it needs as much condition as possible.
Yeah, some nutrients there, and it does get kind of wiry, and you want those ends to stay looking supple, not dried out.
Totally.
Yeah. Good question, Chris. Thank you for piping in. So Ultra Volume, anything else about the Ultra Volume line that we know and love that we want to cover before we jump forward?
I think that's about it. Ultra Volume is just a really great everyday fine hair, medium hair product. The smell is clean and great. It's neutral, so it's gender friendly, if you will. Yeah.
Great tips there. So many good suggestions. So we've kind of jumped through our Dualsenses category. We've covered our blondes and highlights, our rich repair, our just smooth, our color and color extra rich, curly twist that's now going to curls and waves, our for men, and our Ultra Volume. So we're going to jump into our style segment, which is also supported in a lot of these lines. But one of the things I'm just going to jump in quick and start with is our hairsprays. If Tobin will do a quick, oh, there he goes. You're on it, dude. A graphic of our sprays. So we've got the hold factors on the front of the can. Can you talk to us a little bit about what do those mean?
For sure. So the number on the can is the hold factor. So that ranges from 0, so absolutely no hold. You'll find that in a smoothing product or an oil, all the way up to 5, which is extreme hold. So in perfect hold, we actually have 4 sprays, one non-aerosol version of Magic Finish. And the thing that really goes well for people who like a wet spray, for curly girls who scrunch, for a lot of men like the non-aerosol version. Mm-hmm. But so at 3, you're going to find hold and shine. So Magic Finish is the lightest hold hairspray, but also has shine built in. So if you're a glam wave kind of girl or boy, a perfect Magic Finish is the way to go. If you need root support and hold, Big Finish is the way to go. So that's our volumizing hairspray. So do you feel the softness of the magic finish?
I do. Very workable, and you can see my hands can go still through it. There's no stick to my fingers at all. It's just a very workable, and I could definitely see this as an updo, styling spray where you could kind of still smooth and you don't have any stickiness to your fingers and that kind of stuff. Great smells too.
The working spray while you're putting your hair up, and then you could lock that finished style in with sprayer at that hold of 5. So with sprayer is a fully dry spray hairspray.
So I'm moving on to Big Finish. Big Finish is our biggest seller here. It's definitely our #1 SKU in Goldwell. People love this hairspray. And I don't know if it's because Goldwell's had a hairspray. I learned in 1956 they launched their first hairspray called Gold. And it's a #1 hairspray still to this day in Germany. Which is really cool. They obviously have different packaging across the country or across different countries than the United States. But here in the United States, our big seller is the Big Finish here. People love this. Medium hold, workable. Now, what'd you say about the sprayer? This is our Mac Daddy.
Yeah, so sprayer is the spray that will keep your hair standing straight up. So what I like to do with that is, see the movement you have in the front there? I that back and then lock that movement in at the root. So what that will do is give it the support to hold the foundation. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so sprayer is a dry delivery, but a very strong spray.
Nice. Yeah, you can see that it would be hard. This would not be your spray that you would want to continue like braiding or touching.
No.
This is your finish because you're going to get sticky.
I know that.
Yeah.
Like if I were styling a bride for the day, I would work with magic finish as I'm prepping, Big Finish to kind of get things where they belong and hold them there, and then a final layer of sprayer to make sure that her 12-hour day is not ruined or doesn't change her look.
And I love this too. I learned this on a past show. These are the actuators, and you use different colors.
Yes.
So for us hairdressers behind the chair, right?
Yep. Yeah, so the lightest is the lightest hold, and the darkest is the strongest hold.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that.
White, gray, black, light, medium, strong.
Yes.
That's really cool. That helps a lot, I think, in styling quickly behind the chair, when you're trying to get stuff done.
For the show, we have seconds to do it, and there's 20 products on the table. You just find the black tip and you go for it. It makes it a lot easier.
That is so true. And yes, Steven does shows. He has been in Allure and Cosmo, and we are so lucky to have you here with us today, Steven. I am so appreciative of your knowledge. I love meeting new educators that you've spent your career just giving of your knowledge. How cool is that?
It's just as enriching for me. It keeps me loving my industry and loving my craft and engaged and inspired. And it's really a very special thing to get to do. So thank you for having me. It's really so much fun.
Well, we're not done yet. I just had to thank you. So I want to talk about the difference between Big Finish, which is a 4, and Unlimiter. Can you tell us, they're both 4s, but why would you use one over the other?
So Unlimiter is a spray wax. So the benefit, so notice that it's in a different segment called creative texture. So when we think creative texture, we're thinking styles that really push the envelope with how they appear and how they look. So I love, in a PC short pixie, Unlimiter will give this malleable hold that is strong, but that you can still put your hands through and touch and move. A great thing about Unlimiter is that wax is an anti-humectant. So you're not going to frizz when you have wax on your end. So what I do with this product is after the hair is set, flip the head upside down, kind of give it a good spray, and then scrunch into the hair. And then when you flip that back over and shake it out, you just have beautiful reflection bouncing.
I'm doing it.
Are you doing it? Oh, wow. Yay.
Here we go again.
Yep. And now you can scrunch in that wax. And see that little bit of separation and pieciness you've got? In addition to, now even if you just lean over and just give it a little spray. Yep. And then scrunch that in.
Oh, it feels, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never used this on my hair or long hair. I mean, I use it, like you said, on soft, shorter styles. That's awesome.
What it does is it kind of gives you that editorial finish. So like in a photograph, some things are a little dull, some things are really shiny. It gives you some separation. So I like hair to feel lived in.
Yes, I was just going to say those terms. Yes, it feels lived in. It's got that look of, once it settles and you've been out in the day, it looks the best, right?
Oh, yeah.
Except I'm looking like a train wreck here.
No, not at
That's really cool. And then, so talk about Dry Boost, more of the creative texture. I love this creative texture line. I just think you guys hit it out of the park with the creative texture.
All right, thank you. So Dry Boost is low hold. See that it's got a hold of 2. But what this is a boost amplifying spray. So the way you use this is onto the root area, spraying up. See, nice strong spray.
Yeah.
Even nozzle was designed to encourage lift and volume. So you'll notice it's high velocity coming out, and it gives really great touchable feel that has tons of hold.
Yeah.
This is a great product for ponytails, for putting your hair up, wanting a little shape. If you want to be able to build, but still without teasing, a real touchable feel. I even like this to extend the life of a blow dry. So if you're someone who likes to blow dry your hair on Monday and not wash till Thursday, this will help you not get flat and oily just by putting it into your roots.
Is this somewhat like a dry shampoo, but it has a little bit of texture?
It's if a dry shampoo and a texture spray had a baby. Let's put it that way.
That's what I was thinking, because when you spray it, it really is dry.
Yes.
And it kind of absorbed some of the excess sprayer that I got right here, and it really made it movable again too. So that's really cool. Almost where I think of if you have this style all done up and the next day you're like, I don't have time to wash, but you need to reset. I think I could use the Dry Boost to reset, right?
Dry Boost is and it really builds beautiful fullness, where if you just even take your fingers and just push down the hair a little bit, you'll get kind of a soft back brush without having to tease your hair.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a great product. It's one of my favorites.
If dry shampoo and texture spray had a baby, Dry Boost.
Dry Boost.
Love it. That is amazing. It really is a cool product. So the texture spray limiter, we have caught through a lot of our, so I guess the last one or a couple of the last ones were in the ultra volume that we really wanted to talk just a little bit more about the ultra volume body plumper. Mm-hmm. That's another one that just kind of, it's more of a wet styler though, correct?
Yeah, so this is your wet styling, or what's great about this is if you're doing style work for photo or anything like that, if you were to massage this, so it comes out, it's liquid to foam. So let's see, where's my hand?
Look at how cool this product is.
So
it's
it comes
liquid
out
to foam. That's so cool.
This way. There you go. So it comes out as a foam. So what you can do with this is massage it into your hands and then really work it into the hair when it's dry. Blow dry this, and you'll get all of the grit you need for your style with a lot more hold. Let's see, how am I doing?
Look at that master texture styler there.
Yeah, it's one of our newer products from the Ultra Volume line, and it really works so well to just give that soft support into the root area.
Yeah, and there's so much to be said about building your products, not expecting your hairspray to do everything. So just knowing kind of like where you're going with your style in the day and starting with the buildable style. So let's just say for me, my hair, I have mixed texture, highlight, low light. What is your perfect regimen for my hair?
Well, we would start with Blonde and Highlights shampoo, Rich Repair or Just Smooth conditioner, depending on the season, I would say. I think in the summer we would probably need Rich Repair because we're doing so much more. Winter, we'll keep it nice and smooth. I think I would suggest the Body Plumper for the roots, and then the Just Smooth Taming Oil through the ends. After you blow dry, Dry Boost, and Unlimited.
Love it. Love it. Those are all of my top favorite products. So I'm glad I'm doing something right here, because I'm not huge on a firm hold myself, because I'm such a play with my hair kind of person anyways, unless I'm doing a formal do. So I love that. So for the dry curly girl, what's our regimen for the dry curly girl who honestly wants volume?
Great. Okay, so dry, curly, and wants volume. So let's start with Curls and Wave shampoo and conditioner, because what that's going to do is hydrate those curls so that they can be as reflective, supple, and bouncy as possible. And then we're going to follow up with, let's say, okay, so she's going to use the Rich Repair 6 Effect Serum on her ends, just to give her extra condition and repair.
Right.
And then I would use Dust Up when her hair is dry. So we didn't talk about that one yet, but Dust Up is a small little guy, and it is a bodybuilding powder. So this gets sprinkled directly into the hair and creates incredible bulk and grit. So you can make hair stand on end.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Wow.
Dust Up is
so a curly girl could use something like that, and would they scrunch like this kind of to
put it in the root area?
Oh.
You know, get it onto the scalp, and then they put their hands inside their hair, kind of massage it a bit, and then when they pull their hands out, the hair will kind of stand up full, like that. But it would look much better on a curly girl than my short hair.
And I get your thinking, honestly, because a lot of our volume products aren't going to be so contained, where, you know, they're going to maybe even not disrupt the curl pattern. So for a curly girl, I gave them a tough, I tried to give you a really tough one. A curly girl that's dry, that wants texture, right? Like, who is this person? But that was amazing thought process there. I thank you for that, because it really does contain the volume where you want it and not dry out the rest of the hair with the other type of volumizing products that might do that. So always thinking on your feet there, Steven. Thank you so much. What else should we touch on today?
Let's see. Do we have any questions or any favorites out there?
Lisa says her fine hair loves Dust It, which I can imagine that for sure is. Well, I just want to talk about, we have a couple hashtags if they want to learn more about Goldwell. We have hashtag Goldwell USA. We have hashtag Go Goldwell. Obviously, Goldwell USA is our United States Goldwell platform, and you can get all types of education out there. They are just the most supportive, giving brand for the salon and stylist community. So definitely, if you want to learn more, you can always go out there and look for Steven Picciano's videos, because he's out there working it on stage, magazines, and teaching us all the new tricks as they come out with new products. Thanks for giving us the heads up on the new change on Curly Twist.
You're my pleasure. Also, just don't hesitate to check out the Goldwell Education Plus app on your mobile phone and Goldwell Tube on YouTube. So there are endless amounts of education and support you can get just through your computer. And then you can always call the hotline for any tech support you need with color. That's 1-800-TOP-CHIC.
So stylists out there doing your top chic, you guys need help. Goldwell's still there for you, even though these guys can't be out in the field all the time right now. They have lots of support via the phone, via their education app. Just call Steven directly. No, I'm just kidding.
The number will be on the screen at the end of this call.
1-800-STEVEN. I'm kidding. That's not his number. We so appreciate you being here, Steven. You were a load of fun. And we didn't talk about your friends behind us, but let's talk about your models. And I wanted to point out, because he pointed out to me, the first thing he taught me when we were on the screen, this is the same woman. Isn't that crazy? Two completely, totally different looks, much more formal and sleek. Tell us about those styles.
So every year we release a trend collection, and that's meant to inspire us as the team going out and doing, as well as everyone who's using and consumers. So this year the Go Beyond collection was really about how the everyday consumer transforms their look throughout. You know, we give a haircut and color, we style it one way in the salon, but truth is it lives very differently outside of that environment. So it's really just about our brand versatility. And so up top, we have a future glam, so we've been seeing waves and things for so long that maybe futuristically straight hair is kind of super chic and super glamorous, but with movement and texture, right? So maybe a little dry boost in those ends, maybe a little dust up in the roots, some unlimiter, if you will, and when the wind blows. And then the second look is soft texture. So this is that like kind of Sunday vibes kind of feel. So like, how do they look snuggled up in front of a fire? Or what are they doing when they're on a lake or just being casual? So with this is a lot more about natural styling. So using curly twist surf oil, which is a salt oil combo, to kind of scrunch your hair, let it air dry, and then some product just to finish it to make it feel nice and airy.
Beautiful. I love the vision. I love the vision of all of us have different sides to us and different days that we're feeling up or down or, you know, all around, whatever. And this kind of really encapsulates that with one look, one cut, probably everything, she's able to achieve so many different looks and two drastically different looks right there in front of our eyes. But we all kind of have those days, and especially days where we're really not doing much right now, but still want to maybe play around. So you gave us so many tips too to try and style something new for ourselves, or try a new way to style. That was great inspiration right behind you throughout this. And I wanted to point out, because I didn't even catch that they were the same woman.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Stephen. I really appreciate your time, your education. You taught me something, which is the whole goal of the show. And all of us at home, when we leave the salon, it's these products that help us achieve what our stylist did for ourselves and makes ourselves feel good about our paying that money in the salon and being able to achieve it at home. So I think knowing how to use the products is just key for client satisfaction going forward. So your wealth of information is very appreciated, my sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend. So great to meet you. I hope to see you again soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Well, thanks to Goldwell for allowing Stephen to come here and share all of his information with us. Remember, we have all licensed stylists answering our phones, and if you need a consultation at Beauty Care Choices, 866-409-7227, and our licensed stylists are happy to help you. We all learn education here, and we all have to know our products so that we can give you the best consultation over the phone that we can. And we appreciate your time here today. If you want to see something special on future shows, let me know in the comments, and I will be checking back to answer any questions we didn't get to at the show. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.